Hi, I'm the Rap Critic, and this video was requested by Donald Trump should have a cactus forcibly inserted into his rectum. Wait, that's really the name of the... Okay. And if you'd like to request a song for me to review or see videos early, go to my Patreon for more info. Well, let's talk about Rake It Up by Yo Gotti and Nicki Minaj. So what's this song about?
Oh, this strip club anthem, nigga, what's up?
Okay, so another strip club anthem about how you don't love these hoes, am I right?
I made love to a stripper.
Wait. Did this strip club anthem by a gangster rapper just start off with him talking about making love to a stripper?
We don't love them hoes.
I don't let them hoes.
Rappers usually make it pretty clear they're not about making love. No mainstream rapper ever talks about taking strippers home in order to invest in deeply passionate physical expressions of love. Maybe he's doing like a Drake thing where he's like, oh girl, come here, what's your real name, not your stripper name? But with Yo Gotti,
You a bitch.
he doesn't really strike me as the sensitive rapper type. But okay, sure, Yo Gotti just happened to really hit it off with this girl at a strip club, and they're about to go back to his spot to make love.
First I had to tip her.
So you're totally making love to this woman, but you just had to pay her first. But okay, maybe he's just talking about paying her for her time when he first met her. I mean, she is working at a strip club, and maybe to be polite, he threw some cash her way.
20,000 once.
What?
20,000 once.
So this woman is making love to you right after you had to do the assuredly negligible task of paying her 20,000 goddamn dollars? Yeah, I don't think this woman has love on the brain if you have to give her half of most people's yearly income just to get her to come home with you. Like, I get lacing a chick, being her sugar daddy, whatever. But in that case, you know what that's about. She wants money, you want sex. It's clear there's no love involved. But he specifically said making love to her. That's not really a phrase rappers use lightly. So for him to say it here, it sounds like dude is straight up delusional. Like he's really thinking, oh yeah, we totally made passionate love in a way that showed me how much he cares about me and sees past all my faults and shortcomings. A decision that was in no way influenced by the fact that I literally just paid her rent for the next 2 years.
She said I'm that nigga. I said I'm that nigga, bitch, I already know it.
Wait, you didn't let her finish. She was going to say, you're that nigga who was dumb enough to believe that having sex with someone who just gave you $20,000 must mean you're in love with them.
She said pay for the pussy, pay for the pussy. Hey, wait for the pussy, wait for the pussy.
Wait for what? You paid her for sex, and then you have sex with her. Why is there a waiting period? What, are you waiting for her to deposit the money into her bank account? Well, I guess given that strip clubs aren't usually open during banking hours, I guess it would take a while to deposit 20,000 $1 bills into an ATM.
Ask God to forgive me, cause I pray for the pussy, pray for the pussy.
Okay, now you really sound desperate. God, please let one of these strippers want to have sex with me. I can't seem to get the attention of any woman whose job isn't centered around boosting the male ego. Or maybe he's saying, oh, I'm praying for the pussy because I'm gonna beat it up so bad. Yeah, sure.
Well, I'm the dope boy, the one they talking about.
No, they're not.
All these gossiping ass niggas got my name in their mouth.
That's not even slightly true. I mean, am I wrong? What's the latest news story you've heard about Yo Gotti? He's not really that compelling of an artist. He's sort of in that lane with French Montana and Flo Rida as mainstream rappers who have actually been around for a while now, but, you know, not that you'd have any reason to notice. The most interesting thing he's done so far is Down in the DM, where he sounded like he might have been talking about a woman posting a picture of her poop.
I seen your girl post her BM, so I hit her in the DM.
But then you hear the W in the background, and you're like, oh, he's not saying he's hitting on her because she posted a picture of her poop. He's hitting on her because she posted a picture of her car. I mean, it's definitely better than the poop scenario, but it's still a little confusing. Like, what about her posting a picture of her car is leading you to think she wants sex? And how exactly are you planning on making that segue? Hey, girl, that's a pretty sick ride you got there. Wanna see my dick? The sad part is, that probably is most women's experience online. But okay, at least that song was about something, hitting up girls on social media. It's a topic that has some specificity, it stands out, as opposed to most of his stuff, which is the same old, I have money, I fuck bitches shtick with as little creativity as possible.
I come with bad weather, they say I'm a storm.
Like, just the delivery of that line. Did even he sound interested in what he just said?
We won't never write no statement, we ain't showing up in court.
If you're ever summoned to court, you should probably show up to court. The judiciary system isn't like the cops in GTA 5, where if you just stay away from them long enough, they'll stop noticing you. Oh, and you know what's funny that I mentioned Yo Gotti not being creative? Because in the third verse, I think he actually does try to get creative with his insults, but they kind of fall flat.
We don't do no rumors. We don't pay no shooters. You a little bitty bitch, you should work at Hooters.
Like, how is that supposed to be insulting? Like, you hear the tone of his voice, right? That was supposed to be an insult. But how is saying you should work at a place that hires attractive women supposed to hurt someone's feelings? And even more confusing, if you listen to the context of the verse, it doesn't even sound like he's talking to a woman. It sounds like he's talking to a dude.
You a bitch, and your bitch should expose you. All that pillow talking, nigga, dealt with the hoes do.
So for him to follow that up with
You little bitty bitch, you should work at Hooters.
it feels like he's saying, hey, you've got a cute face, thin waist, and ample bosom. You should work at a place where someone will pay you for having those things. Got him.
You a old hater. You a fucking cougar.
A cougar. You realize cougar doesn't just mean old person, right? Like, it specifically means a hot older woman who's looking for sex with younger men. Like, what the fuck? Hey, you're just hating on my music. You're the type of hater who has sex with younger men. I hardly think my sexual preferences are related to this argument. Oh yeah, and then there's Nicki Minaj, who...
Brought out the pink Lamborghini just a race with China. Brought the race to China, just a race in China. Bad Trini bitch, but she mixed with China. Real thick vagina, smuggle bricks to China.
Fucking fascinating. This is where Nicki Minaj is right now. What the fuck is she doing? Like, is she trying to appeal to a wider international market? Like those summer blockbuster movies that have scenes in Hong Kong because they know that's where a lot of their money comes from? That has to be the motivation for this, right? Because it damn sure couldn't have been inspired by some genuine spark of creative energy. I mean, could you possibly think of anything less interesting than rhyming China with China 5 times?
Nickname is Nikki, but my name ain't Nicole.
You decided to end your verse like the exclamation point at the end of your flow, with the beat dropping out to accentuate the point of what you're saying, by saying, my name is Nikki, but it's not short for Nicole, because it's Onika. Whoa, ho, ho, you better look out, because I can't even fake enthusiasm. I just don't care anymore. Well, overall, I give this a 0 out of 5. God, this is bad. It's somehow both too simplistic and too confusing. As like I said, some lines are inexplicable in what they're trying to say, as well as the beat being nondescript and uneventful. Like, I'd say it's perfectly bland, if not for the lyrics about making love to strippers after spending an alarming amount of money on them, and Nicki Minaj feeling it important to remind you of what her name isn't. I just don't see how people can enjoy this. Even as a strip club anthem, it's pretty low in energy and sexual allure, so even in that sense, I can't see it really complementing that atmosphere. It's just that perfect level of boring that doesn't prompt people to change the channel when they hear it on the radio, I guess. Well, I'm the Rap Critic, and you don't have to like my opinion, but I don't have to like your song. What?